This is Free Speech News, and it is March 11th, 2021, and as of Wednesday, the New Hampshire House Election Law Committee voted with a 20-0 vote to approve a forensic audit of Windham, New Hampshire, and they're going to audit the voting machines and the ballots. So even as this Gateway Pundit report says, as long as there's a fair audit and the true experts that are needed, so we can have an in-depth examination of these machines. And much like how Antrim County, Michigan, the forensic report ended up being. And if you didn't know about New Hampshire, each Republican candidate, were shorted 300 votes. So there is obviously something up with the voting machines. And we will now find out what exactly that is. So this is huge news moving forward. And I hope it doesn't take forever, as we need to fix these election problems before 2022, and especially before 2024, or both will mean nothing if the laws are not changed. And another story, yet even more damaging news for Governor Cuomo, as a sixth woman has came out and accused him of sexual assault, saying that he reached under her blouse and fondled her at an executive mansion, and this comes from the Gateway Pundit and the Times Union. She is unidentified, as this comes from a co-worker of the victim, who she told about the incident, and details of this. And the details of this are Governor Cuomo invited the woman to his mansion on the pretext of helping him with his mobile phone. Then once she was alone with Governor Cuomo, he shut the door and began to fondle her. And she told him to stop, and she says that this is not the only time that he has touched her. And it's not surprising, as more women, I'm sure, are going to come out. And this sixth woman, now these accusations are taking it even a step further. So we'll see how it goes. And Governor Cuomo, of course, issued a statement of denial. And he also will not resign, even as more Democrats are calling for him to. And New York Democrat Majority Leader and the Speaker have both called for him to resign, as he should. And he should resign no matter what, just for his nursing home policies alone. But I'm sure this will not be the last time we hear something like this. And remember, the investigation into Cuomo about the nursing home policies continues, and we'll have to see how that goes. And we even have, and moving on to the border crisis, as it continues to spiral out of control. And we have video of huge line of immigrants. They were filmed Wednesday morning while they were waiting for smugglers to take them across the Rio Grande and into the United States.
Hola, hola. Buenas tardes, buenas tardes.
Tranquilo, señor, tranquilo. ¿Buen camisa, señor? ¿Buen camisa?
¿No la encontré arriba?
No, he's very surprised. Do you ever hook those guys up? Yeah. Right, 26s.
Oh, yeah, they're 26.
Hola, hola, ¿cómo está?
A lot of felonies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell he's really...
He's,
Because the thing is, if I get the right, like if I ran down there right now, with the family and stuff, you can't pull it back. You're just going to be in a tug of war with me, and I'm going to win.
Right.
So he knows.
Right.
Honestly, like...
Hola, buenos días.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes, ¿cómo ando? Pásale por ahí. Camiones ahí.
Niñao. Cuídate. Señor, regresamos a la estación, ¿ok?
Ok, ahí vamos a aventar los demás.
Está bien.
Ahora.
I mean, that is just incredible video. They are just sitting there calmly waiting to get into the United States, not caring about being filmed, and nothing is being done. And they are like this because they know that they have a free invitation from the Biden administration to come into the U.S. because they know that the Biden administration is not deporting them back into Mexico, but they are simply just letting them into the United States in the middle of a pandemic. The Biden administration, they do not care. They want the virus to get worse so that these lockdowns can continue. And they want the global elites to get stronger. And they want the global elites to get stronger. So this is out of hand. And a picture here, they even have shipping containers made into little, I guess you want to call it, homes to temporarily house children and the immigrants. I mean, that's real humane. And the border is overwhelmed as it is without these policies. Shh. Bella. And the border is overwhelmed as it is without these policies in place. And it's incredible. And of course, the mainstream media still hasn't covered it. I mean, that's real humane Biden administration. And the border is already overwhelmed as it is without these policies in place. And it's incredible. And of course, the mainstream media doesn't cover it. And then we have Joe Biden addressing the nation 1 year after the pandemic was declared in the United States. And he says that we may have to reinstate restrictions if people do not remain vigilant, follow what the scientists say, and put trust and faith in the government. The last thing that I have trust and faith in. And as only around 7,000 people watched his address on YouTube, but he got the most votes in history. Makes no sense. And he also said that hopefully by July 4th, families can gather together, but not in large events. And also urging us to listen to Dr. Fauci, who has flip-flopped his advice the whole time. And literally, I do not listen to Dr. Fauci at all, as I'm sure a lot of you don't. And this is just real concerning to me because just the thought of them trying to reinstate lockdowns and saying that families can meet for the 4th of July at their own homes. And how does Joe Biden know where or how strong this virus is going to be in July? That is nearly 3.5 months away, and he's talking about it as if he already knows that the virus will still be in place and still be as strong as ever. I mean, with the vaccines and as many people that have the antibodies, when it comes to July, we in America should just about be done with these mandates, as you see a lot of states doing already. And if you take Florida for an example, we see New York has had 16,000 more cases than a relaxed state like Florida in the past 7 days. So this should not be a problem when it comes to July 4th, but it shows you the Biden administration's mentality and what they want to continue to do to us Americans. And this has to end. This was a Free Speech News broadcast. Thanks for listening. Until next time, keep the faith.